The summer of 1914 was one of mounting tensions, yet few could have foreseen the cataclysm that would soon engulf Europe. It all began on June 28 in Sarajevo, where the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, was assassinated by a young Serbian nationalist named Gavrilo Princip. The act sent shockwaves through Vienna, and in the weeks that followed, Austria-Hungary grappled with how to respond. Among those advocating for decisive action was Army Chief of Staff Konrad von Hotzendorf, a fervent imperialist who had long viewed Serbia as a threat to Austria's dominance. He had urged war no fewer than 26 times in the preceding 18 months. Now, with Franz Ferdinand gone, the one man who had consistently argued against war with Serbia, the hawkish voices in Vienna gained momentum. Meanwhile, in Berlin, Kaiser Wilhelm II and his advisors were watching closely. On July 5, the German leader issued his infamous blank check to Austria, assuring unconditional support for whatever action it chose against Serbia. Yet, Wilhelm did not fully grasp the gravity of the situation. He believed Russia, Serbia's powerful ally, was not yet prepared for war and, confident in this assumption, departed on his annual summer cruise to Norway just days later. By mid-July, Austria had resolved to issue an ultimatum to Serbia. On July 19, the final terms were set, a list of 15 demands, including one particularly audacious requirement, that Austrian officials be allowed to participate in judicial proceedings within Serbia. The ultimatum was deliberately severe, designed to be rejected and provide Austria the justification it needed for war. On July 23, the ultimatum was delivered to Belgrade, with a strict 48-hour deadline. As the hours ticked by, Serbia's leaders wrestled with their response. When the deadline arrived on July 25, they agreed to almost all of Austria's demands, save one, allowing Austrian officials to interfere in the judicial process. Instead, they proposed that the issue be submitted to the International Tribunal at The Hague. To most of Europe, Serbia's reply seemed reasonable. But Austria was not looking for a diplomatic solution. Even as Russia, Serbia's protector, sought negotiations, Vienna remained resolute. Attempts by Britain to mediate were rebuffed. Then, on July 28, Kaiser Wilhelm, back from his cruise, finally read the full exchange between Austria and Serbia. He was astonished. To him, Serbia had effectively capitulated. A great moral victory for Vienna, but with it, every reason for war is removed, he wrote in the margins of the document. But his realization came too late. That same day, Emperor Franz Joseph of Austria-Hungary signed the declaration of war against Serbia, confident in Germany's support. The dominoes had begun to fall. Within days, alliances and entanglements drew the great powers of Europe into the abyss. Austria's war on Serbia spiraled into a global conflict, sealing the fate of empires and altering the course of history forever.